Excellent. And excuse me, apart from brunches, what can you expect in the first 6 months?
Just brunches,
I would say, I would say that your first 6 months is going to be a little bit chaotic. You're looking for the right places to live. You're looking to get to know your colleagues. You come into a country and you're straight into work. I think most people don't have the luxury of having a run-in period of 3 or 4 weeks of being in Dubai. Most people are just coming in and getting onboarded. Most companies, I think nearly all companies, offer you 1 month's worth of accommodation. That's pretty normal. All organizations will help you with your visas, depending on the level of seniority that you're coming into. I think most organizations will fund family visas and other things like that, so you can expect that. My personal recommendation is, if you're coming here with your family, come here by yourself initially and set things up so that you can take time to make sure that you've looked at things on the ground, because things are very chaotic in terms of paperwork, passports, degree attestation. So a lot of paperwork that is involved. So research that up front as to what you need. Talk to your people that you're being recruited by, or the HR departments or talent acquisition teams, about what you can do to prepare beforehand. If you're thinking about coming to Dubai or Middle East now, try and get that information, that research done now as to what you probably need to prepare for. Don't wait for the offer, and don't wait for the mobilization. If you've made that decision, do it beforehand. And there's lots of places you can, get that information from, readily available online. So I guess that's there. And as you said, brunches, lots of brunches. And I think you'll probably be a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
There's also the Dubai Stone as well. Be prepared to put on some weight.
There is that.
Dubai has an amazing array of food. The food, there's a lot of foodies here, a lot of great restaurants. Chefs from all over the world set up restaurants here, and everything is just very attainable. So the Dubai Stone is something. We think we've all about lost it now, 8 years in, but
just one, yeah.
I keep putting mine on and off again, so
Yeah,
that's right. But I think just for me, in summary, is just be ready for a lot of change. Changes. And be ready for what you can do with that. But embrace it. It's going to be difficult. And in the first 6 months, you might think, I want to leave here. But with the right HR team and talent acquisition support, the people that you're working with, use them to help you get grounded.
And you don't always get it right first time. So I would say that most people I know that have moved to Dubai would move accommodation within the first year, because they thought they'd picked the right place, but then it's like, it didn't really quite work out, and it wasn't working, and maybe the family were unhappy because you'd come out yourself and you'd selected where you want to go, and then they came out and went, why did you pick this place? And it was like, well, it's great because it's handy for my work. It's like, but it's not handy for anything else. And you will make mistakes, and usually it's because you picked the wrong thing or you've done the wrong thing and things like that. And that's the sort of thing that could put strain on a relationship. But if you then agree that you maybe need to spend a little bit of that money to get the right thing and get the right setup, it's worth doing. Yeah,
I think also making the first 6 months, expanding your network, making friends, your hobbies. If you play football, cricket, you go sailing, you're avid go-karter, join a club, meet people, because the quicker you feel settled and not isolated and alone, there's a much better chance of you staying here and enjoying it, and not just spending all of your time working at the office till 11 p.m. at night and then not having an existence. So that's important. But from a company perspective, like most of the companies, when you come over here, you'll get to meet all the different facets of the business. They'll take you to some of the existing projects that they've done, projects that are in progress, so that you really get a feel of what the company's about, the types of projects they're working on, the clients, so you get a good exposure and learn as much about the business as possible. Because coming from leadership roles, we want you to settle in as quickly as possible, and the best way to do that is to sort of introduce you to everyone, the work we do, and maybe actually the role that you were hired for 6 months down the line, we might identify that there's another role that you're much better suited at, and that's the flexibility that we have here, being sort of smaller than the sort of head office organizations.